And that's all gay people. We don't just live in a world of rainbows and lollipops, you guys. Real sorry, GJ, but there's also been, I haven't gotten some gigs because of who I am. I've even had other bands that maybe they just don't think in the way I think, or think the way that my fans think about acceptance of all people, because I don't have just gay fans, trust me. They just not being cool with that. I've had, especially when I first started here and I had a band, I was coming up and getting noticed. There were people that they did what they had to do to blackball me from certain events just because of being who I am. Getting kicked out of church choirs. I ain't gonna name the church, but there was one church that I sang for here that I got paid to sing for, and I invited all of the people from the youth group, because that's the thing. I am gay, I am black, I am proud, and I'm a very spiritual person, and that's what it is. So I attend church sometimes, and so I was with this group and I invited everyone to come see my show. Long story short, one of the ladies from the group went back and talked to the pastor and talked to the music director and said his type of life can lead people astray. So I don't think he should be in this group anymore. And I'd be doggone. Those people took me to Starbucks to fire me.
Wow.
In a very holy way.
You know how they do it.
We need to talk to you. We need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation. We need to talk.
And that's how it is.
It's just not working for us.
So like, oh man, get out of here.
So that's how it was. Now there, I have to say, because I didn't mention names, but I will say, because people will watch this, there are people from that experience that are still associates and some friends today. So they didn't feel that way. Yeah. But it is what it is. But that's this business.
There's politics.
There is politics.
One person that has some pull can end all that, and the people that are there, they're like, nah, man, nah. But they don't have that voice because they don't have the pull. They don't have that political power.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up. Sorry, I keep listening.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So, through all the things that you've been through, it sounds like you've had to have resilience, and you had to fight. And there's been, you talk about moving from place to place, and these for a young child, for a young person, that has to feel like you're kind of a little bit like out of control. You're not in total control of your life, and in certain aspects of you, when you talk about the cheerleading thing, like you want control. You're a solo artist. You are the controller of your art. You're the controller of your life, and you stand up for yourself. You stood up to those police in Tennessee. Yeah. So amen to you, big bro, because that came from all that you experienced.
Thank you, bro.
And that's probably why you're alive right now. Man. You could have been R.I.P. 2021.
I'm here to tell you, my granny and my mama, my godmother, they were strong women, and not to discredit any other women in my life, but those women, I saw them go through a lot and be resilient, and I always was like, man, if they can freaking bounce back, it's so funny because no one else has nicknamed me this, but my last name is King, but I call myself the Bounce Back King. Nice. Because I really do. That's just life, and I go through a lot, and I'm human just like everyone else. Right. Even though I'm a galactic human, when I fall, when you really are a passionate person, when you do stumble and when you do fall, you fall hard. And sometimes I don't do the greatest things to show that I love myself, but I have to fight through that tooth and nail because I refuse to be any of these things that are negative, that are not in what my legacy is to be. And so therefore I fight, because my legacy is not going to be all these other things that everyone else thinks. And it's so funny. It's funny when you walk around town and you hear rumors about yourself.
Right.
And, you know, it's funny and it's hilarious because people, they don't know. It's really, really strange. And also with me, and I'm not a celebrity, but I make myself known. I'm very visible, and that's fine. I do that on purpose. And but you know, when I'm creating, I tend not to be that whole thing. So sometimes I'm around people and they don't even know. And they talking about you, this rumor, this thing that's happening. And so I'm like, that will not be my legacy, my dude. Like, you know, no, it just will not. And so, that's just how it is, you know.
That's a good message. That's a good message, man. Being the bounce back king. I like that.
Dude. I mean, you have to be. Like, with situations, I have always, by grace, I've worked hard and, like, I've auditioned for shows and I've gotten on those shows. And example, I auditioned for The Voice, and I can talk about this now because I read that contract recently. And the years have passed, but I worked very, very hard. I got the opportunity to be a part of The Voice. Now, according to contract and to them, I wasn't on the show because they didn't show my episode. But you can't deny when like, how am I supposed to talk to people? People know who I am, and they see me in the promos. They see me in the commercial. They even see me during the shows. They just didn't show my audition, you know? And so it's interesting when it's something like that, because then people in the world start to say, well, you lied, you this or you wasn't. I'm like, well, dude, I don't know how else to prove it to you. And there are pictures. And yes, I did sing in front of Christina, you know, and all the other folks, CeeLo and the others.
Right.
I'm so sorry. They're going to be so mad, but I can't remember. I don't know. I love Chrissy. Thanks, Shelton. Thank you. That's so sad. But man, listen, Blake.
He said Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton. I'm sorry. Blake Shelton and Adam Levine. So there you go.
There you go.
And I can also say, and CeeLo, y'all should have put me on camera. Here's the deal. I auditioned for that show and I sang my face off. And after we got done, none of the judges turned around. But then after that happens, they turn around to say something to you, right? So everyone turns around. Adam Levine commented on my boots because I have fierce fashion. Great. Christina commented on my voice. Great. And I love that boo-boo. I love Christina. And then Blake was just a little confused by me because you want to know what, world? This black dude right here wore a rainbow tutu. And I also had on a pair of hot pink Doc Martens. And it's so funny because my poor mother, you know, at this time, she was sick. And she at least got to see me on that commercial. But she's mortified that that's what I was wearing. And but I was like, man, no. And at that time, I had a lot of friends who were committing suicide, and that was my story, and that's what I wanted the world to know. And it's so interesting because all I kept people wanting to know was, were they gay? And I was like, I have so many more friends and so many more family, and that's all gay people. We don't just live in a world of rainbows and lollipops, you guys. And so, like, I was trying to really bring that story and let them know that all people are hurting.